Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast or the vlog channel. I kind of forgot the intro, honestly. Yeah, welcome back to another episode. We have so much to talk about, so buckle in because this could be a long episode. I'm hungry, so I don't know. It could be a long episode. It could not. I'm not entirely sure. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to go to my other channel to see the last time I posted a YouTube video, which was probably a month ago. So, yeah, let's see here. Yeah, great. You know, I'm just such a great YouTuber, I guess. I have a video in here that I never posted. So that's wonderful. Let's see what this video even is because, hold on. Oh, this was like a good video and I didn't even post it. That's crazy. And actually, this is so funny because, oh, wait, no. This is a different day, I guess. I'm wearing a different shirt. Okay, yeah. I even edited this whole video, didn't even post it. Wow, that's amazing. That is wonderful. So yeah, that's just what kind of YouTuber I am, I guess. Okay. So we have a lot to talk about. We have to debrief from our guest. Everything. Yeah. Now there's stuff I would like to say that I will not be saying, but yeah. So basically, this is the issue. I did not film like this episode right after they left, so I don't really remember what we did. I really don't. So. Well, I remember what we did, but not like the days, which I don't really matter. So they got here on a Wednesday. They got here on, what? They got here July 3rd? Wasn't it the 3rd? I thought it was the 1st or 3rd. I think it was the 3rd. Pretty sure it was the 3rd. So they got here that Wednesday. And so, like, they got here, you know, we kind of just, like, hung out. And then, like, we had kind of, like, went to bed kind of early because we were going to Wisconsin Dells the next day. So we got up early, which apparently we didn't go to bed early enough and we didn't get up early enough because we got up. You know, we were up by 7. But the issue is it wasn't necessarily getting up. We were fine. We did not leave until I think like 7:40. I don't know why. Now we got up at like 6:40. I think, like 6:30, 6:40, something like that. Because we wanted to leave at 7, but that didn't happen. We didn't leave until probably 7:45, going on 8. Like we weren't on the road until 8. I don't know why. I don't know why. Yeah. So that was an issue. That was the biggest issue. Well, not the biggest issue. There's a couple of things, but like that. We didn't leave till 8. We should have left at like 7, and we didn't because it's a 3-hour drive there. We stopped. Yeah, so, yeah. Well, we're going there. The issue is we stopped like 3 times, which, I mean, when we go, we usually only stop about twice. Well, actually, maybe we stopped 4 times. I really am not sure. But the issue is, it's not stopping 3 times. We stopped, but it's not like we stopped, went to the bathroom, maybe got something to eat, got in the car and left. No, we stopped. And we stayed there for like 20 minutes. You know, we didn't, you know, go to the bathroom, get a drink, snack or whatever, get back in the car, get on the road. No, you know, we like kind of like hung out there, which is not what you're trying to do when you have like still 2 hours left and you want to get there. And then apparently worst day to go. Actually, the worst day weather-wise to go. Not a good day to go, weather-wise. It was raining. It was... Oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like it. It was horrible. We could not do any roller coasters. But we'll get to that part. So, we got there. It pouring the rain. And we're just like, oh my gosh, this is like horrible because it's pouring the rain. We're like, oh, it'll clear up. Well, it did, but it would clear up. We're just gonna leave the light off at this point. It'd clear up. It would clear up and then it would get worse again. It would get worse. And okay, sorry. We had some kind of like thing. I don't know what just happened. I don't think the microphones are working. They're not charged, and the one was dead. I think that one just kind of died. I don't know what's going on. We don't have mics. We just don't have mics. I have to charge everything. So we got there, but we got there at like I think it was like 10:40. Maybe, no, it was like 11. It was like, well, the issue is we spent about like 10 minutes just trying to get in because they like, basically they made a whole new road since the last time we went there. And they like they don't let you go in this one place. So we had to like ask people. We had to drive all the way around to this road, try to find parking. We had to get out. It was pouring the rain. Get out in pouring rain. Go. Yeah. So finally got in. Got lockers, and then we finally were there. So we actually couldn't start like change. We couldn't start swimming and stuff like that until like 11:30. So it's 11:30. You know, it's 11:30, and yeah. So the issue is usually we try to leave at like 4:30, maybe 5. But the issue is we didn't get there until like 11. So if we would have got there at 10, we could have left at 4:30 and been fine because we would have had plenty of time. Well, we didn't do that because we got there at like 11. You know, didn't get everything going until like 11:30. So we wanted to leave it we didn't want to leave it like at 4:30. You know, like obviously we know we have a 3-hour drive back, but also we didn't know the weather. We didn't know it'd be raining because obviously when it's raining, you have to go slower. You can't you have to go slower. So that was a major part into it, and also just it being dark, and yeah. So we couldn't do any roller coasters because it was raining. Like it would rain, stop for like 30 minutes, rain again, and we're just like, well, by the time we go over there, it's gonna rain. Like it kept on raining, and they're like, but they pretty much had kept those shut down because they knew it was gonna keep on raining. Like it would stop, rain, stop. They just knew. So then it just got to a point like where we pretty much just were inside because we're like, it just keeps on raining. Like we'd go outside a little bit, but then we had to go back and forth basically because. So I was in charge of the three, because I'm the oldest, so I was in charge of the three of them, and I'm like, okay, we're fine, like we can go inside and outside, you know, I'm the oldest here, like I know this park very good, like I know where our stuff is, I know where the adults are pretty much going to be, we're fine. Where are we supposed to kind of tell the adults, yeah, but you know, I'm almost 16 years old, we're fine, like we have our phones, we're fine. Well, I had my phone and I had my watch, and my dad's grandmother's friend has a watch too. So you know we're fine. And it's not like a big gap, so we're just like eh. So we go to the wave pool and then go back in and just meet up. So yeah. So then it's 4, and then we're kind of like, okay, so do we want to stay till 5? What do we kind of want to do? Because we met up at 4 to kind of discuss what we want to do. So then we were like, okay, we'll stay till 5. So then we stay till 5. So then we then by the time we get out, it's 5:30. Well, obviously we're hungry because I mean we didn't really eat there. We kind of just got drinks because it's so expensive there, and it's just cheaper, and it's better to go out, just get out, and yeah. So you know, other people are leaving. Everyone's leaving all the water parks around because there's a lot of water parks around, so it's traffic, all that stuff. So then my mom wanted to go to this one restaurant where basically and we're gonna do this next year. We'll actually make a reservation, and I am I'm like, well, because it's a restaurant where there's a train that brings you your food. It would have been so cool to film, but we get there. She didn't make a reservation. I'm just kind of like, why didn't you make a reservation? You have to make a reservation, just stuff like that. That's. Whole parking lot's packed, and I'm like, oh, this is great. Get in, they're like, oh yeah, you know, an hour wait, and we're like, oh, well, my mom's like, oh yeah, we'll do that, and I'm like, I do math in my head, you know, I think, I'm standing there, and I have my phone, I'm holding my phone, I'm like, okay, this. It's like I'm planning the whole map of the world or something. I don't know. I'm like, okay, this is, and I'm like, we can't do that. And I told her, I'm like, an hour wait, we have to wait here an hour just to get seated. Let's say an hour to eat. We're at 2 hours. It is 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. We have a 3-hour drive back. We cannot do that. We can't do that. So she's like, oh yeah. Everyone's like, yeah, we can't do that. We just can't. My dad's like, oh, well, you know, we'll just try it. And I'm like, no, because we have a 3-hour drive back, and we're talking an hour just to get seated, and then we're talking an hour to eat. Maybe a little more because the whole restaurant's packed. You know, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. So we're like, well, we can't do that. That's just not gonna happen. So then we leave. We're trying to find restaurants. Then we ended up going to Denny's. They charged my mom $20 extra because we had a party of 7. excuse me, we're at a table. You have tables that fit like 8 or 9 people, maybe even 10 people. Why? We've never heard of that. So my mom paid and then noticed it, went back, took her tip back. She's like, no, this is ridiculous. I'm taking my tip back. Give me a refund, because I'm not going to tip you since you want to charge me $20 because we have a party of 6 and 7. Because we have a party of 7. I'm not doing that. Like, she was mad. I don't blame her, because why are you charging me an extra $20 when that's ridiculous? You know, our meals are, we didn't even, the server was not even really around. We didn't need that much stuff. Crazy. We're like, no, we're not doing that. So then we get on the road. Well, by the time we get on the road, I would say 7. I would say 7. But since it's cloudy, since it was cloudy, it made it get, I think it made it get darker faster, because it was not sunny. So it was cloudy, and it seemed like it got dark at 8 o'clock. And we got on the road at like 7. So it was, yeah. So we got, so we're driving home, but it's raining, so we have to go slower, and it's just like, it always seems a lot longer when you, when you leave. Also, we weren't really talking that much and doing all that stuff, because obviously when we go there, we just woke up, we have energy, all that stuff. We're going back, we've been doing all this stuff all day, so we're just not talking, not laughing, so it seemed like it's going by faster. And I'm just like, here's the thing, when I get my license, I will be driving everywhere, because I am not nervous when I'm the one driving. I know how to drive. See, that's the thing. It does not matter that I have not been driving 40 years as long as you. It does not matter. Driving is not difficult. Knowing how to drive is not difficult, and if you don't know how to drive, you should not be driving. That's just the person I am, okay? It really just is. I'm a little nervous. It's not even just that. I'm a little nervous because it's it's dark, it's raining, and it's just this is just, yeah. So my friend stayed the night with us, he was gonna stay the night with us, because we got back at 12, 11:45. It was so late. That's the latest we've got back, I think, ever. When we go with our friends and stuff, we're usually back by, I feel 8 p.m. We're back by 9. So getting back at almost 12, that was bad. So we got back, and then he spent the night. But I don't know, it's just next time we'll stay in a hotel, because it's a lot, also, when you stay in a hotel, then you can be at the park till 8 or 9 when it closes, because you're staying the night, and then you just get up at a decent time, you get up pretty early, maybe 8 or 9 the next day, and then you just drive back, and you're back at least by 1 or something, whenever, 12. So we'll just be doing that next year. If we go to Six Flags next year, we'll stay in a hotel, which also Chicago is only about 2 hours and something. It's only about a 30-minute difference, but to Chicago, it seems kind of faster. I don't know. I've only went to Chicago twice. But I don't know. We might do Chicago. We might do Six Flags. I don't really want to do Six Flags though, because it's in Chicago. Chicago's not a good area. Number one, and number two, it's a really, really big park. It's so extremely big, and our friends are you wait in lines 2 hours for one ride. You have to be there for 3 days, because you wait in you wait in 2 hour long line. You wait for 2 hours just to get on one ride, and the ride lasts for 5 minutes. It's so long. You have to have so much patience. I don't have a lot of patience. I don't want to be sitting while they are waiting for 2 hours. That's no. It's just too much. Or we might go back to Adventureland. I'm not sure. Adventureland is about 2 hours, 50 minutes, something like that. So I don't know. Or we might just kind of maybe stay close, but there's nothing close. I don't know. Just next year, I think we'll do Wisconsin Dells, because they didn't get to do roller coasters at all. We did the outdoor water park, the indoor outdoor. They know that. But we didn't get to do like the roller coaster, so I think we just have to like we have to just study the weather like a lot before we go, and then we do the roller coasters, and then we do some of the water park, and then we leave. Because since we did the water park this year, like we'll maybe just do like 2-3 hours of the water park. So like get there at honestly, I think next year we need to aim to leave at like 6:30, because well, no, I think we just need to leave at 7 on dot. Even 6:30. I mean, getting there early, like, you know, like, let's say like we leave at 6:30 and we're like, oh, you know, like it's like 8:30 and oh, we're gonna get there at like 9:20 or like 9:30. We'll just go a little slower or like stop or something like that. Being there early is fine, because like, you know, you park and then like you know, getting there early is fine. You know, it's better to get there early, like before they open. That way, like as soon as they open, like you go in, and you just have more time than like getting there over an hour past when they open. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll do things a lot different next year. We'll just actually like, and we won't do it the day after they get here. We'll do it like maybe 2-3 days of them being here. Well, maybe like at least let them like get here that like be here at night, full day, and then we go maybe that like the next day or whatever. That way they have the full day, and then the next day, and then like get a hotel maybe. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I think that would just be better because I don't know. The issue is I don't know. Well, we would have to we would need yeah, we could do one hotel, because we do one hotel, 2 queen beds, and then a couch bed. Because the 3 of them can be in one bed, and then my parents, and then I'm on the couch. Yeah, because it's only for one night. It don't have to be super comfortable. It's literally only for one night. So yeah, and then maybe we would like, since we would do the hotel, maybe we would think about driving 2 cars, so we can have so we can take more stuff. Because if we would like, well, never mind, we don't have a twin mattress. Never mind. Well, we wouldn't need that. Never mind. But hopefully next year we'll have, I don't know, hopefully next year we'll have like a big car. I'm not sure though. I don't think so. We'll probably have like another, either like an SUV or a Rogue or something like else that way we can have a car. Our priority, moving on from all that, so now, our priority, with the car right now, with the car, is really just to, get another car that is, an SUV or something like that, has some room, for me and my dad, and then, that way and that's good on gas, and then, when the car, because the car will become, or also, well, the other car, if we would get another car, it'd be for my mom, and then the Rogue, if I get my license next year, then that'll be, my car. So, that's kind of, what, we're not really aiming for, getting, a big SUV, like a Telluride or something, or Palisade, or a Pilot, or a Honda Odyssey, or something, because, I mean, we could, but also, then we're still, the one car, that's the issue with that. So it's I think it's better just to get another one, and then have that for a year or whatever, and then upgrade, maybe just trade in the Rogue. Because also if we would just buy another Rogue, that wouldn't be that much, maybe $20,000, buy that, have a good payment under $400, then we later, maybe a year or two later, we trade the Rogue in for a big SUV. Then I think that's what we'll have to do, because I think that will be just the best decision. I think that will just be what will work. I don't know. I think it'll work. So yeah, but so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so moving on, I'm trying to think I want to talk about my posting schedule. So I am trying to figure out what to do. I've just been so burnt out. I think what I'm ultimately gonna do is I'm going to just vlog every day, and like if it takes me like 4 days to film a vlog, it takes me 4 days to film a vlog. You know, because but the issue is like the days I'm not really doing much, like you're not gonna get a lot of footage. But like when I'm actually like giving stuff, like on my mom's days off, she usually gets like one or like, well, this week she's getting this weekend off. So like this weekend maybe like go to the pool or just like we'll do stuff and I can film it. But just like just being home, like I don't know, I haven't really like. I'm just like enjoying my days because school is starting up like middle of August. So I'm trying to enjoy my days. Ugh. I just am. I don't know how it's went so fast and it's almost August. I don't know. I'm pretty sad. Yeah. So I'm not sure. Also, speaking of Wisconsin Dells, we are going back. Yeah, we're going back. Because here's the thing, I don't really do a lot of roller coasters. What I do is I do the swings. I do the swings. And yeah, I just don't really do a lot of roller coasters just simply because it's so easy for like something to happen, and I don't try to risk it. But you know, it's just fun being there. And then like obviously the water park, like I like the water park, so that's fun. Which actually I didn't get fat shamed this time. That the one like red slide last year, or not last year, 2 years ago when my cousins were here. The guy's like, "Oh, you weigh over 300 pounds, you can go." I'm like, no, I don't. You better get your out of the way. No, I do not. My cousin's like, no, he does not. He's pointing at the sign. I'm like, no, I do not. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Apparently you are. No, I do not. I didn't actually say that, but I should have said that at that point. I'm like, no, I do not. Move. And he like wouldn't let me go on. And then with the other girl, she would. He wouldn't. We talked to the manager. They did nothing about it because, they can't speak English that much. Then they shouldn't work there. If they don't understand English that well. That's not my fault. Watch who you're hiring. Hire people that know English, okay? That's ridiculous. I don't weigh over 300 pounds. That's crazy. I'm not fat. I'm not that fat. Like, that is ridiculous. Never claimed to be skinny and not fat at all. But that's crazy. That is crazy. So, yeah. So didn't have that problem this time, which that was good. I didn't really see that guy. I don't think he works there no more, which, hey. If he's telling that to everybody, I'm sure he don't work there. Because if he's saying that to everyone that looks big, well, buddy, you ain't gonna have a job. Because you can't do that. You can get sued. You can't do that. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But the issue is my mom, like, we just found out the date, and she can't, like, request that day off. So she'll have to see if someone can switch with her. But also, she did ask if we can go the day before because she's off. Because they were gonna go Friday, but if they'll go Friday, or they were gonna go Saturday, and if they'll go Friday, she has that day off. And then the next day she works like 9 to 5, or 9 to 6. So it wouldn't be like that. It'd be nice if she worked 1:45 to close, but she doesn't. So, you know, but also, you know, we'll just say that, you know, we want to be back. Like, we want, because the thing with them, like, they'll be here at like 6:50 in the morning to pick us up. Like, they'll be here. We'll get there. We'll get there at like 9:30. You know, and yeah, we'll leave by 4:30. We'll leave even by 5, and we'll be good. You know, we'll leave by 5, and we'll get back. So that's the thing with that. You know, our time management when it came to that, the whole trip was just so bad. Like, we would just kind of sleep in every day. Like, not us, but we just didn't, like, I don't know. We didn't really, like, plan stuff. We would just go to bed, and then, like, we wouldn't really, like, plan stuff. What we needed to do was every night, like, you know, we're going to do stuff the next day. We're going to do this. We're going to set our alarms by this. We're going to be up, leave by this time. And that's what we should have did. Well, we didn't really do that. Next year, that'll be different. Also, next year, if I have a job, a lot of stuff is going to be different. Because, see, here's the thing. My job will be a lifeguard at the pool. I will just be getting hired in, like, May or whatever if I get hired. I'm not gonna be able to take off. And I don't think I'll be able to. And I'm not going to take off time because people are here. Sorry, I can't do that. you know, I'm not gonna be able to do that because I mean the lifeguard, the job is literally a lifeguard. Like you're at the pool like every day, you know. Now it should only be like 20 hours, so it wouldn't be that bad. So I would be home, and maybe I could just be like, oh, like maybe can I get off early a couple days, something like that, But you know, that's the thing. Like if I am going to get that job next year, we have to find we got to get another car because that's just not like the thing is yesterday my mom took the car. I didn't really want to do nothing. Today she takes the car and I'm like, hello, I gotta go to church. What? She gets up at 6. I gotta be there at 5. I'm like, yeah, I need the car. Yeah, so we have to go switch her. Go take the truck. Hopefully we don't break down. Yeah. I don't hope for bad things, but sometimes I'm like, you know what? I hope the truck breaks down because if it'll actually break down, it will open people's eyes to the fact that it's not reliable. So sometimes I'm just like, break down, but not like that can kill someone, like, you know, maybe like stalls or something, or, you know, yeah. I'm not really hope, but I'm just kind of like, well, you know, if it happens, it'll open people's eyes, but, you know, I'm just kind of like, if it happens, it happens. I don't know what to say. So yeah, I mean, I was kind of thinking like before I was filming this podcast, I was kind of like, oh, like, maybe I won't go to church, but I'm kind of like, I'll just go to church. Like, why not? Honestly, I don't have like youth group that don't start back until like September, which that is like, now that I think about it, that's so crazy. It's like I think it's like the first Thursday of September, and honestly, this is something that I'm actually thinking about talking to the youth leaders about. I'm thinking about being like, this is the thing. I think everyone knows me at this point. When I see something that I don't like and I think that is dumb, I'll say it. But here's the thing. I don't see why y'all need to take off in the summer. I don't. Because, see, here's my thing. All you're doing, like, when there's youth group, you're meeting, like, you gotta be there a little early, but you're just meeting once every Thursday for, like, an hour and 15 minutes, game, and then lesson. It's not that much. It's not that much. And I'm gonna be like, I also am gonna ask if I can like do the game sometimes, which I don't know, you know, figuring up a game every week, that could be a little tricky. I'm not gonna lie, that could be a little tricky. Like, what game do I do this week? Like, that could be a little tricky. So I might be like, maybe, you know, just a couple times a month, maybe. I don't know, you know, because I'm kind of like, I'm thinking, that could be a little bit tricky to figure out a game every week. So I'm not too sure. We'll see. We will see. But I'm just gonna kind of be like, I don't know. I'm not gonna probably say it, but I'm just thinking, I don't really see how it's necessary, you know, because also some weeks we don't do games. We don't do games some weeks. Like, it's like, it's kind of like 3 weeks straight, like, we don't do games, and then, like, we do a game. Like, we don't do a game every time. So I'm kind of just like, I don't really see why you need to take off in the summer. Now, I do understand, like, I think the biggest issue that maybe they've tried it before and it just don't work, where they have it in the summer, but no one comes. Which I could understand, because in the summer, like, kids don't have school, so they are doing more stuff. And they're, like, probably not either going to be able to come to youth group or don't want to come to youth group. I don't know. Versus, like, you know, like, when school starts back, I mean, like, yeah, they have school, but also, like, it's like, it's like winter. Like, it gets colder. Like, there's not pools open, like, outdoor pools and stuff like that. So, like, I don't know, which, I mean, we don't have a lot of kids come on Thursdays anyway, but I found out that that's because they switched to Thursdays, I guess, last year or whatever. I had just started going, so I didn't know, but I guess it used to be on Wednesdays. They used to have a ton of kids come, and then they switched it because they just have more help. And again, they make it's annoying. They make it so much about, oh, we don't have volunteers, volunteer, you know, tell your parents to. And I am just like, oh my gosh, stop. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, stop. Because it just gets to a point where it's like, it's so annoying. It is so annoying. It's like, excuse my language, you're pissing everybody off. You really are. Because it's so annoying. like, they say literally every week, oh yeah, we need help with this stuff. I'm like, oh my God, if kids wanted to volunteer and they wanted to work with screaming kids and all this stuff, they would. I don't think they do want to. So stop asking them, because it got to a point where I'm like, you know what, I'm a help in the cafe. But it's not even that. It's like I want to, but also I'm like, well, you know, I want to, and I guess I will. But it just gets to a point where it's like, it's annoying, because if kids wanted to, they would. There's kids that do. Like, it's annoying. It really is annoying. So yeah, I'm just I find it very annoying, extremely annoying, actually. So yeah, but they're just like, oh, y'all tell your parents, that you don't want them here, and I'm thinking, how do you know that? And also, like, what? And I'm also, I really am kind of just like, people's parents work. Now with my parents, like, my dad's retired, my mom works. If both my parents worked, that wouldn't work. Like, with my homeschool and just like my life, that just wouldn't work. Like, now once I get my license and stuff, yeah, that would work. But no, that would not work out. Like, my dad wanted to get a job like that, unless it's like maybe part-time or something like that, or like from home. Both my parents working does not work for none of us. That just does not work. But both people's parents work, or some people, some kids have single mom or single dad or whatever. Like, it's just annoying, and I'm gonna start being like, you know what, guys, I don't think anyone else is gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I think it's not disrespectful and rude, but I just think it gets to a point where y'all have to realize people's parents work. My mom works 40 hours a week, sometimes a little more. Like, she works. My dad does his own stuff at home. My dad is not interested. My mom works. She can't do that. She works pretty much almost every Sunday. It is annoying, because I don't know if y'all don't realize, but people's parents work and do stuff, and maybe they're just not interested in doing that. And especially with my parents, I attend the church. My parents come once in a while. They're not like fully like they don't come every week like I do. Like, they're not fully involved in the church like I am. So it is annoying, because it's like, it just gets to a point where it's like, maybe there's a reason why, or maybe they just there's not something that they want to do, and it's not. So, like, it just, like, not like stop asking, but it just gets to a point where it's like, I'm just kind of like, oh my gosh, like, there's a breaking point, because it's like, stop asking, because it's like, it's every single week, it's like, it's almost like you're demanding it. It's almost like they're demanding it, but they're not. It's just kind of like, it just gets annoying. I get annoyed very easy, extremely, very easy. So it just gets annoying, I'm just like, you know what, stop, like, just stop, yeah. So, I don't know. I don't think I really would ever say that. I really just kind of would be like, you know what? I'm volunteering in the cafe. That's what I want to do at this point. If I want to do something else, I will do something else. But, it just kind of seems like y'all, not that you're trying to force people, but you're just trying to like you're saying it so much. Like, you're just like, you need to, and it just gets to a point where, like, it's annoying. It's been annoying, but also, like, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, but let me talk about my posting schedule a little bit, because I feel like I did it, but then I'm not sure. Wait, I did. Yeah, I did. But yeah, so I want to post my podcast once a week, which I've talked about this. I want to do that once a week. And yeah, I want to do a Q&A every couple months, but honestly, a Q&A for me, like, no one really is going to ask questions, so it's really just like me saying stuff like that y'all don't know, or maybe you don't know. I'm not too sure. So yeah. Also, we'll probably be going to Colorado in October, which actually my dad is going with us. He said he would go. So I'm assuming that he's going. So we're going to drive, because we're like, okay, like, my dad's going. He can drive. My mom can drive. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's drive. Let's have our own. I mean, yeah, we're going to put miles on our car, but also, like, let's have our own car. Let's not have to rent a car. We don't have to rent a car. We don't have to pay for flights. It's like, wow. Hotel, gas and then stuff we do there. You know, and I mean, gas, we can get up to 400 miles. And I think it's like 800, maybe 900 miles. We'd have to fill up like twice, something like that. I mean, if we would use eco mode, which, I mean, that saves gas, and use cruise control, like, it, you know. But also I'm like, oh, it's like 11-hour drive. That's like a lot, you know. The 8-hour drive to Ohio is a lot, so, but I'm also like, I mean, like 8 hours to Ohio, like 11 hours there. It's not that bad. Just a couple hours more, you know, just I think the biggest thing for me is like the biggest thing I would need to do is like literally just stay up that night and then like sleep the 8 hours or like the 11 hours, but like just sleep like 8 hours and then up for the couple hours. I think that's the perfect thing to do. Like that's the hack for me. Obviously my parents sleep because they're gonna be driving, but like I just stay up the whole night. We get up like, which we would like probably get up at like, we'd like go to bed super early and get up at like 5 a.m. and start driving. I just stay pulling on a liner, get up, and sleep in the car. Like even when I sleep, like on the road trips, like I sleep anyway, like for 2-3 hours. So I just sleep longer. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I really just do not want to leave. I don't know. I am almost kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna take Oreo. But I can't take Oreo because we, like, now, the thing is what I need to really ask my dad is I'm gonna be like, okay, so are you gonna go, or are you just going with us, like, stay in the hotel, like, what are you gonna do? I mean, I'm sure he's gonna go with us, but I don't think every day, I'm not sure. But I can't take Oreo. I mean, I could take Odie, and that might be something that we potentially do, just simply because of his age, and just the fact that he can't, like, we will have to try to, like, have our friends watch him or something, because he can't we can't board him. Like, I mean, we can, but also we would have to explain to them, be like, he's old, he's really old. He's old, and all this stuff, like, you have to be very gentle. And he can't be around no other dogs except for his brother, Oreo. Oreo's fine. I'm not really worried about Oreo. He's fine. But Odie's just not, you know? He's just not. So, I don't know. You know? I don't know. I would like to take Oreo, but, I mean, I can't. I just can't. I mean, you know, that's the thing. I mean, I could, because I could take him, you know, crack the windows in the car, he could sit in the car. But no, I don't want him sitting in the car. He could pee a poop, rip the car up. No. So, but I'm just, no, it's just not necessary. Like, we'll just board him. Probably we'll just board Odie. Maybe just ask around, see if anyone could maybe watch him. Yeah, I wish we had someone that could, like, come watch our house, which we do. Like have the dogs here. They just come and watch it, but I don't really want to do that. But yeah, so I think we'd go probably 4 or maybe 5 days, probably 4 days. Because we have to think about the fact that we need a day to drive, which really not, because when you think about it, like, obviously, like, you need, like, the day to, like, travel. Like when you fly, you would need that day to travel. But the difference is we would just get up, not even 5 a.m., maybe like 3 or 4 a.m., because we would want to get there at least by like 2 o'clock. So really, like, you know, really leaving at like 4 a.m., you know, about around that. I don't know. I don't want to fly. I have a fear of flying. I think we all know this. But also, it's just so, like, the plane can drop down and, like, you can die at any moment. Like, that, and I know they say it's safer, but how is it safer? You, in a car, you're on the ground. You're on the ground. In a plane, you're not. You're in the air. It can drop down at any moment. And I'm just kind of like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And I don't think my dad wants to either. He has a fear of heights, so that would not work. Also, it'd just be so expensive. Like, it'd be expensive. And also just, like, then we would have to, like, leave our car at the airport or get an Uber. We don't really want to do Ubers because you have to pay for the Uber from our house. And also the thing with like an Uber is then the Uber driver knows where your house is, and obviously you're leaving your house. They see obviously they see you coming out. You're getting to the car. They're taking you to the airport. Then they know where your house is. They know your house is empty. You know what I mean? Like, no, that's just no. So I just think leaving the car, you know, at the airport would be so good. And we have cameras and stuff like that, so we're not too worried about it. And I would definitely tell my friends, be like, hey, we're going to Colorado, and like let's say like let's say we're doing something, and the cameras are going off, and there's something going on. You know, if I need you to, like, can you, like, if you're able to, can you go check it out or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just in case, you know? Maybe, like, just, you know, maybe even have them just kind of, like, drive by or something. Just make sure everything's good. You know, just kind of check it out. Because, I mean, people know when your house, well, they don't know when your house is empty, but, I mean, they can kind of know because you're not, like, you know, luckily, like, our landlords, like, they mow our grass, so, like, they mow our grass, like, and also they'll be here, so that, I mean, they'll be here mowing, so they can make sure there's, like, nothing really going on. So yeah, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know, my dad's never went, so it's new for him. It was new for me. It's not new for me no more. I've been there so many times. So yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like driving's the best because, like, we have our car. But also, it's just, like, you're taking a risk, like, going with your car. Like, taking your car. It's just kind of like, do you want to take the risk? I don't know. So, I'm not sure. Also, I don't even know if we'd fit in the car because, like, I don't know. That's just, and I mean, it is, like, what, I think it's like 800 miles there or something like that. 800 miles there, the driving there, and the 800 miles back. I mean, we put like at least 2,000 miles in our car, something like that. Also, like, we've had some issues with our car. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. There's not issues, but there's just been some things, like, when you drive, it, like, sometimes, like, it'll kind of get stuck. Like, it'll get stuck and it won't go. Like, you're pushing the pedal, it won't go, and then it'll go. And then, like, when you're driving, it kind of, like, hesitates. My mom's noticed it. I noticed it. Like, it kind of hesitates. I don't know what's going on, but we're just kind of like, do we want to trust that car and take that car all the way to Colorado? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So, that's our issue, you know. We would have to get an oil change for sure. But also, we're just kind of like, okay, we gotta take it to the dealership and be like, hey, yeah, we're doing a road trip. We need you to look like, I gotta get up and get closer to all this. We need you to look over this whole entire car, oil change, everything, rotate the tires, make sure the tires are good, make sure this car is 100% safe to take it all the way to Colorado and all the way back, and then the driving there, up in the mountains, maybe make sure, like, this car is completely safe. Like, we want a piece of paper that says this, like, you're writing, this is completely safe, in writing. Like, I'm being so for real because, like, I don't know, you know, I feel like I need that. I feel like I need that to, like, know it's safe. So, I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if we would do that, then, which, I mean, for that, like, the thing is, like, when we go, I can post, like, when me and my mom just go, I can post all my content, like, in, like, real time, kind of, like, when we're there. No. Can't, like, I don't even know what I'll do because I can't post nothing while we're there. Nothing for the 5 days. Because I will never, and I will not I won't even be able to post on Instagram because I will not post anything while we're not home because our house will be empty. Like, I'm not giving y'all the dates or nothing. They're for a reason. It's maybe October, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe September, maybe December, honestly. I'm not sure. Like, no, because I am not going to risk, like, people know my house is empty. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'll probably post, like, on Instagram stories, you know, but I don't know. I probably just, like, not let anybody know that my dad is not home. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So, yeah. Like I said, we'll have people, like, watching over our house and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to end this podcast because this is long. I don't even know how I'm going to post this. This is so long. Anyway, so I hope y'all liked the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye! Well, I hope you like this podcast. Yeah. Bye. What? Bye.